Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Taranique Show. I am your host, Taranique. On this show, I basically talk to you and teach you how to love and care for your natural hair. If you don't know who I am the founder and CEO of Kurlee Bell, which is a hair care line inspired by tropical hair care recipes from the Bahamas that smell very delicious, and they are very moisturizing. They're made from natural and organic ingredients for healthier hair. So I realized that I have a bunch of new subscribers, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about who I am so you know why I'm qualified to give hair advice. Kurlee Bell has actually been around for some time. So if you haven't heard about it, just go to our website, kurleebell.com, and it's spelled like this, so kurleebell.com, and check out our products or click the link in the description. So on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the truth about shrinkage and how to handle it. So shrinkage is that thing that everyone hates. You know, you wash your hair and you see all this nice length, and then your hair dries, and then it goes from hair to hair. So I'm going to be explaining shrinkage, why it happens, and how you can manage it, right? So usually shrinkage is like, it shrinks, your hair basically shrinks to 70 to 80% of its actual length, which makes it look, if you have kinky coily hair or type 4, any type of like type 4A, B, or C hair, it makes your hair look super short when indeed it is long. I'm sure you may have seen like a girl with an afro, and then she just stretches out her afro and is like very, very long. And you're like, how did that happen? Well, that happened because of shrinkage, and it can be very annoying, especially if you are a person that has had your hair straight all of your life, so chemically relaxed, and then you want to go to being natural and your hair is grown out and it's, you know, your hair is long, but it doesn't appear long. It can be very annoying, right? But shrinkage is actually a sign of healthy hair, right? So even though it's shrinking, your hair is healthy. If you do a silk press, which I'm totally against, if you do a silk press, or, you know, even if you bond your hair, then you'll have the length that you desire. But shrinkage is a sign of healthy hair. So let's embrace the shrinkage, right? So today we're going to dive into why shrinkage happens, how to embrace it, and ways to stretch out your hair without damaging it, which is very, very important. So shrinkage happens because kinky, coily hair has a tight curl pattern that contracts when it's dry. So that's why when you like shampoo your hair, you'll notice that your hair is longer when you're washing it. When it's wet, you'll notice that you have that nice length, but then as soon as it dries, your hair shrinks, right? Hydration and curl elasticity. So when hair absorbs water, it expands. As it dries, the strands return to their natural coil shape, right? And then, you know, if you have a tight kind of zigzag or spring-like coils, they naturally pull inward when they're not weighed down. So if you don't have like a gel on it to stretch out the hair, or if the hair is not in a style like a twist out but stretched out, then when it dries, so when your hairstyle dries, it's naturally gonna, the coils are gonna pull inward, right? Also, high porosity hair and moisture loss. If your hair loses moisture really quickly, shrinkage can be more extreme. So we know there is low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. So what high porosity does, it absorbs water really, really quick, and it releases it quick. So that also causes shrinkage. So if you have type 4 C hair and you also have high porosity hair, your shrinkage is gonna be even more extreme. And then, I mean, shrinkage is not a bad thing. It just means your hair is full of elasticity and bounce, 2 signs of healthy curls. So what that means is, because you have that spring back, so when you pull the hair and then it springs back into its natural state, that means that your hair is elastic, and that also means that your hair is healthy. Now, when you see you've done a silk press, or, you know, you've stretched the hair with any kind of chemical, and then you wash your hair and it doesn't return back to its natural curl pattern, that means that the hair is damaged. So that's a good way to tell, is my hair healthy? Is it shrinking? You know, is it going back to its natural curl pattern? If not, that's a telltale sign that your hair is damaged. So shrinkage is a sign that your hair is healthy. Now, how to manage and stretch your curls without damage. If you love big elongated curls, and I love big elongated curls, when I wear my hair out, I haven't done it in a while, but when I first went natural, what I used to do is I would 2-strand twist my hair, and then I would get the flexi rods, the jumbo flexi rods, and then put each twist over a rod, and that would stretch out my hair to a nice bouncy curl. I love doing that, and that's a great way to elongate your hair without heat. So I would sleep in the flexi rods, which are, you know, they're very uncomfortable, but you know, beauty is pain, and I was just willing to go that extra mile and suffer the pain at night because I loved how my hair looked. Also, perm rods are great. So putting perm rods on the end of your twist, or your if you're doing braids, also can stretch out the hair. So there are ways to stretch your hair safely while keeping the hair moisturized and strong. But number one, moisture is key. Shrinkage is often worse when hair is dry. So keeping curls hydrated prevents excessive shrinkage and helps define your true curl pattern. Use a hydrating leave-in conditioner to keep your hair moisturized. What I like to do is spray my hair first with water and then put on our Thirsty Kurls leave-in conditioner because it's very lightweight. It gives you the moisture, it helps, aids with detangling, and it keeps your hair hydrated. And then also, you don't want to be skipping your deep conditioning treatments. You want to do those every single time you wash. If not, you want to at least do one deep treatment a month if it's just too much for you. So moisture is key when you are trying to manage shrinkage, and that is using a leave-in conditioner every day or every other day, and also doing a deep conditioning treatment at least once or every single time you wash. Number two, the banding method is a great way to manage shrinkage. Banded styles, they stretch the hair without heat by wrapping sections in hair ties or bands. That's an easier way to stretch the hair and not be so uncomfortable when you sleep versus using flexi rods like I did. But I use flexi rods because I like the spiral effect that it gives. So my hair looks very, you know, it is much more voluminous when I use flexi rods. If you're using the banded method and you have fine hair, I have fine hair, then, you know, your hair is gonna still look thin. It's not going to be voluminous. So flexi rods give you that volume where but if you already have like thick, voluminous hair and you want it to be stretched, banding may also look good, right? When banding, you want to use an oil blend or some type of oil to give your hair extra slip. You can use our Kurlee Tropical Oils Blend. It's a great lightweight oil that won't weigh the hair down and will help you get that extra slip you need. But I would recommend banding your hair when it's damp. So you want to damp the hair and then style it, and then wrap each section in the hair ties so that, actually overnight, you want to do that, right? So that during the nighttime when your hair dries, it dries in the state of the band, right? You don't want to be banding your hair, banding it on dry hair, because the hair isn't pliable, it's not elastic, it's not flexible, so you're not going to get the results that you want. Again, you need for your hair to be hydrated. Use water, use a good leave-in conditioner, use an oil, and then band the hair. And then when it dries overnight, it will dry in that state so that the hair is, you know, stretched and longer. And your curls will be nice and fluffy because they're moisturized. And number three, try twist outs or braid outs. Like I said, twisting or braiding the hair while damp creates a stretch curl pattern with longer lasting definition, which I love. I love a good twist out. You can use a Kurl Defining Crème. We have a Kurl Defining Crème that's really good. That will moisturize the curls, but also give you that definition. And, you know, we just let the hair dry overnight for maximum elongation. Also, another way to elongate the hair when you're wearing a twist out if you don't want to do so much banding, it's just twist your hair, do the twist outs all over, and then take your hair and put it in a ponytail at the back, and then put the hair ties on the ponytail to stretch it out. And I find that when I do that, my hair, you know, the elongation lasts a bit longer. 4, you can use a blow dryer on cool air. So a blow dryer with a cool air setting can gently stretch your hair without the heat damage. But you want to apply like an oil over the hair just for protection, and you know, a wide tooth comb or your fingers to stretch your hair as you are blow drying your hair on the cool setting. And then 5, satin wrapping your hair at night, protecting your curls while you sleep. It does prevent frizz and shrinkage. The pineapple method, a lot of women use that method. It is very good if you have longer hair, or if you have like type 3 hair. Pineapple is good. That's just gathering all of the hair in a loose ponytail at the top of your head just to maintain the length. And then, you know, always use a silk or satin bonnet or pillowcase just so that you don't lose moisture from the hair while you sleep, because that is key. So I hope that this was helpful to you. So if you're dealing with shrinkage, moisture is definitely key. You want to moisturize your hair. At night is a good way to, you know, moisturize your hair. So spray water, a leave-in conditioner, you know, twist your hair, do the banding method, or use flexi rods and perm rods. Let the hair dry overnight, and in the morning it will be stretched out. Also the ponytail idea that I gave you by, you know, 2-strand twisting your hair and then gathering those in a ponytail in the back, and then putting hair ties on the ponytail to stretch out the hair, or using the blow dryer on a cool setting and then using your fingers to stretch the hair as your hair dries. But in order for this to work, your hair needs to be moisturized, so you need to use a leave-in conditioner or along with an oil blend, so that your hair is moisturized and the moisture is sealed in, and then, you know, elongate the hair by stretching it. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If these tips were helpful to you, please leave me a message or a comment. I would love to hear from you. Have a great day.